Alright, I think we're on air. That looks good. Cool. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Atari campers. We're just going ahead and getting started. Just checking my Twitter streams, to make sure that it's launched. So let's just go ahead and verify. Okay. Yep, that looks good. Okay. Yeah, looking good there. Okay. Alright. And then, last but not least, let's get started here. So, we are live. Yeah, good morning. We're going to do some Code Academy tutorials, things like that. Just kind of waking up. Okay. Let's go ahead. Let some people join. I'm sure people are still waking up as well. So what are some things we can talk about? We could talk about the Atari camp. So let me just kind of log in here. Okay, and we'll do some logins for the Code Academy. Okay, and we'll just kind of pick up where we left off last week. So I hope you all can hear me well. Let's see, we have audio, wonderful. Okay. Let me just log into my email. Thought I'd just take the time to show you a few things. Okay. And yeah. Let's see. Okay. All right. Let's get out of there. We'll leave that. And let's see what's going on here. So let's check things out here. Alright, so hopefully you can hear me alright. And we'll just get started and we'll start showing. Okay, there we go. We don't like pictures of me. There we go. Alright. So, good morning, Atari campers. What's new in this world? Let's just check out what we got here. We have the Code Academy, but I thought I'd chat. Recently, there's been some new developments. So if we go to Atari.com, let's just check it out. Okay, so we got Yaris Rising, pretty cool. And then I think let's go check out the camp section here. I think yesterday session 3 was announced. So session 3 is called Fun in the Sun. Alright, so Fun in the Sun, we see that they have some new merch out. Some cool, you know what, oh, that looks cool. I am going to get this tie-dye t-shirt, maybe some towels as well. Oh, look at that, Team Fuji or Team Adventure type stuff, very cool. So just to kind of recap here, Atari has been doing sessions or camp sessions for the summer. So session one is orientation, kind of getting used to the Atari camp, things like that. And then session two is the great outdoors, and then just announced yesterday is session three, fun in the sun. So awesome. What you want to do is you want to definitely check out Atari .club, and here you can see when you log in and you sign in, you just need an email address. You don't need a crypto wallet or anything like that. You just need an email address. There are some votes that are going on, so I believe you really want to check out these two votes right here. These are the ones that are open, and we have others that have been completed already, but these are the ones that are currently open. Here you can see Team Adventure or Team Fuji vote, and then this is also what do you want to see at our next Code Academy stream. So it looks like the winner still is creating a game. So again, join the Atari Club. You don't need anything but a email address. That's the only thing you need. You log in by clicking the login button. It'll send you a code to your email. You punch in that code to log in, and away you go. So creating a game is still the winner. So that's what we'll cover in this week's stream. The other thing I just want to highlight here, first of all, if you want to sign up for this, if you're just starting in session 3, you sign up for camp in here in Adventure Awaits. So Atari.com Collections Summer Camp, and then you can become a camper. And it looks like what they've been doing here, they've been having different portions of the map show up, and it looks like here that they've added another map. They've got a swimming dock, they've got a volleyball. I don't know if I can zoom in. Ooh, can I? No, I can't zoom into the picture too much. Okay. But it looks like they have a tennis court. They had a like an amphitheater. Looks like they have a little forest. A little Team Fuji over here, and so I'm sure Team Adventure is somewhere around here. I'll have to blow it up a little bit later. Oh, there it is. Team Adventure right over there. On the upper left here is Team Adventure. On the upper right here is Team Fuji. So that's interesting. That's so cool. Now, what else? What else should we cover here? Just gonna double check, see how things are going over here. And this will, okay, boom, boom, boom. Let's do a cancel here. Okay. All right. So again, this is how you can sign up for Atari Summer Camp '83. Then, as part of that, there's a website called Desktop Atari Club. Yeah. So it looks like we have a tug of war going on, and so you get to vote for whether you're Team Fuji or Team Adventure, and it looks like Team Fuji is winning. So when you click on vote here, it will take you to that voting option. Yeah. So I'm just going to go ahead and close out of that. But if you close out of that, you can do in the desktop Atari.club. You have your desk, shop, okay, Atari Steve, okay, iGIF, Root, Nevda. My Steve senses are tingling. Incoming transmission from something called the Atari Club Discord. So help needed. So it looks like this game, this help needed. I think the community on Discord actually defeated Evil Otto, and the moderator, Mr. Hare, actually announced the winners, who won certain items. So you definitely want to check out the announcements in the Atari Discord. So deep in my RAM, I feel something called fear. It did not end well. There were clues all around. I was looking in all the wrong places. So that's the README. Okay, so here we have the camp map. Okay, so this is a little bit higher detail. We see Team Fuji, Team Adventure. We see the pier. We see something called Nifty Island. Huh. You see the beach. And then Adventure Mermaid Cove. And then, okay. And then, so that's a cool little map. I'm looking forward to seeing the final little pieces put in just to see the whole picture. And so then, how do you enroll in camp? Yep, this is the email. Evil Auto returns. Oh, so this is the text adventure. So, in addition to the event on the Discord, there's a separate event. And you can play this Evil Auto Returns text adventure. And so it's like a little escape room type puzzle for you to check out. So I would encourage you to look at that. We also have Math Tutor. Earlier in summer camp, there was a competition for playing basic math, whoever had the highest score. Obviously we have the camp store that we just talked about, camp schedule. Okay, so here is Fun in the Sun. So don't forget, you can still sign up for Atari camp. We are in session 3, Fun in the Sun, and it looks like we have that nifty island that we discovered earlier. And then we also have one more session after that. It looks like we're going to do the Camp Champions, and it looks like we're going to do some sort of field trip. So again, we're in session 3, Fun in the Sun. It looks like Nifty Island is the activity type that we'll be doing over the next week or so. Let's find out about Steve. Steve, okay, yep. So this is what I saw when we first went. Now, let's see. We have Tug of War. Okay, so that's a little pop-up. Team Adventure. And okay, so this is a cool way to determine which team you want to be on. Whether you want to be on Team Adventure or Team Fuji. So it looks like what we stand for and why join us. And then the same for Team Fuji. Okay. And let's see, do we have anything else? So we have some camp map. Follow us on X and join the Discord. Okay, so there you go. So there you have it. Some cool, easy ways to have fun in the sun. So, without further ado, I think we should go ahead and get started in the Code Academy session. So last week, if you recall, we were in Phaser.js. We were talking about taking little animations, taking little sprites, and we learned what a canvas was. We learned that we needed to have some JavaScript experience because it uses some light JavaScript code. So we were able to load up some pictures. We were also able to animate them across the screen. So if you were there with us last week, then you know where we're at. Where we have a screen and we have a little sprite, and we can move it around the screen. Now, if you weren't here last week, feel free to check out the videos on YouTube, Twitter, or X. Sorry, Twitter, X, and Twitch. So, YouTube, Twitter/X, and Twitch. So, well then there we go. So let's keep learning. So if I click on resume, see if we can go back to where we were last week. If not, I'll just go ahead and get us caught up. Okay. All right. So here we are. So it's time to make a game that we can actually play. So again, if you recall from last week, we had what's called the canvas or the the game screen, we had two graphics or two pictures that we might have been moving around, but now we're in the actual where we write a program to move things. Now we're going to cover the topic of taking the time to accept input. So we're going to look at ways to use the mouse, but we're going to be focusing on using the keyboard for input. So it's time to make a game that we can actually play. Phaser gives us ways to handle the mouse and the keyboard input so that we can trigger events to happen in the game. So in this exercise, we're going to look at ways to use the mouse, but again, we're going to cover the keyboard. So we have, again, several different methods. So reminder, you should have taken that JavaScript refresher course if you to learn how to do some basic JavaScript coding. So here we have pointer down, pointer up, pointer over, pointer out. So it's different events that a mouse can generate. So when you click down, you have your pointer, you're moving it. You click down, you have it up. When you have it over something, or when you move off of something. So pointer down, pointer up, pointer over, and then as I move out, pointer out. Okay. So now again, remember we have game objects, and everything has a state. So above code creates a red circle and scenes create method, makes it interactive, and it takes events. So let's add some examples. So this is our example. We set something as being interactive, and we do something else. So let's start by making this switch work. In function create. Okay, so again, remember function create here. Okay, so what we're going to do is just look at that example here. So we're going to do game state rect2, okay, set interactive. Okay, all right, it looks like we passed this. Now let's create a handler for the pointer up event for when we click and release over game state rectangle 2. Let's just start by giving an empty function. So let's take a look here. In our example, in our config, let's see, so pointer up. Okay, so we have the pointer up function, and so we're going to create a empty pointer up event. Okay, so what does it mean to be empty? So basically, it's going to take this line of code out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cheat here. I'll just copy this because it's the easiest thing for me to do. And now what I keep in mind, that I need to change from the example to here, and then we're going to just comment that line of code up. So that's what's called an empty function. It's not going to do something. It's going to say start by giving an empty function. So here's pointer up event right here. You see that lines up with this, and then start by giving it just a empty function. So here, if you recall, remember when I talked about comments last week, the 2 slashes makes a line a comment. Alright, so we'll just go ahead and click on that. There you go. Now inside our pointer up listener for game state, so we're going to switch the colors of our rectangles. So game state okay, so how do we do this? So what we can do is we can set the fill colors. Now this is a reference to itself. So, but we're not going to do that. We're going to actually, instead of using, so this as a reference to itself means that it would say, hey, set the fill of rectangle 2 to this particular color. We're going to change it up a bit, and we're going to say, hey, we're going to use the fill state for the rectangles to be something else. So let's try this out. So we do game state rectangle 2 dot fill color, and then we're going to say equals, and then we're going to have a nice little hexadecimal. So if you recall from last week, we talked about hexadecimal values R, G, B, and so the first two numbers were for red, the second two numbers are for green, and the third set of numbers are for blue. So that's why you see here initially when this got set up as green. But then also let's change this. We need game state rectangle 1, game state rectangle 2. So let's just add that there. Okay. So game state rectangle 1 to game state off color. So we're going to actually literally type game state off color. Okay, and then game state on color. Well, okay, so Brian, where are we getting? I thought you said, Brian, we're going to do hexadecimal values. Well, we are. What we're doing is we are taking this variable game state right here, and look at, here's the on color hexadecimal, here's the off color hexadecimal. So you can see here the on color. So when I reference off color here, it's actually going to reference this hexadecimal value, and then when I reference the on color, it's going to represent this hexadecimal value. And so that's how this works. So when you have the pointer up function, listener, and we'll go ahead and run that, and look at that. Now, see, look at that. Now, how do I get it back? That's going to be the next question. So we got a nice little on-off switch when we interact with the canvas. So how would you program it so that when you click on rectangle 1, it switches the color back? Okay, so let's try that. So I think what we could do here is we can have a little fun, and we'll take this and we'll copy this. Okay, and so instead of this being for rectangle 2, we're going to do this to be rectangle 1. And then it switches the colors back. So what we can do is we can just swap. Well, let's keep it, so we can say this will be on color, and then this will be off color. Okay? So let's try this. So bummer. You know what we didn't do? So this is not working. I put the code in for here, but if you recall, what we had to do at first is we actually had to set something as being interactive. So I bet if we do this as rectangle 1, so if we set our two objects as both being interactive, we're saying we need a rectangle 1 also to be interactive. So now we have rectangle 1, rectangle 2 set to interactive. Right, so let's try this. So we click to rectangle 2. Look at that, it worked. Cool. So we got the switch to keep switching and then move on to the next side. Again, if you get stuck, there's always a hint. So here's the first step. You'll need to set game state rectangle 1 as interactive and give it a click handler as well. And that's what we just covered. Awesome. Okay. Only some games require exclusively use the mouse to play. plenty of browser games you require keyboard. Ooh. Before we assign mouse events to specific game objects, and it tells us if the mouse cursor, hovering over, clicking on, or something like that. So where mouse clicks take place at specific point in our game with XY coordinates. So if you recall, we did that little XY coordinate drawing on the canvas. So it's not XY coordinates of the entire screen, but the canvas itself. And then now we're going to learn how to do keyboard. So first way of adding key press handler, say this input keyboard on, and key down A for the A. Okay. Unless you find to define an anonymous function. So, and oh, also note here, that happens while our game is in focus. So if you are, like, say in a different screen, like going here or here, if you push the keyboard, you will not cause something to happen here. So it has to be in focus and so on. So this code creates a red circle, and then when a W, the circle turns yellow. So another way of adding keyboard event listener is by using a shortcut, create cursor keys, so up, down, left, right, shift, and space. Okay, so see Cody in the game, so Cody from last year. We should have something like Bounty Bob or something like that instead. So first create game state cursors in our create function by calling this input keyboard create keys. Okay, so set cursor keys here. So, okay, so we're going to do calling this input keyboard create cursor keys. Boom, boom. Oops. Okay. Oh, I did something wrong. That's okay. Oh, look at that. You can explain a little error here. I'm not ready to cheat though yet. Oh. We need the game state cursors equal this input create cursor keys. Let's try that. Oh, there we go. That works. Should work. Now, let's start interpreting keyboard input. In update, check if the right arrow key is down. If it is, change Cody below avatar by adding 5 to it. So we're going to actually make him go to the right. Okay. Alright, so let's take a look at this. So in the function update here, put that. So okay, if the cursor is down, but we're asking for if the right arrow key. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to say, hey, we're going to move Cody right. So we'll just put update Cody right. Okay. And we want to move Cody. So we have game state Cody. Okay, yep, so we got game state Cody. And then we want it to be adding 5, not taking away 5. So let's go ahead. We'll use the increment operator, and we'll put the number 5. Oh, oh, I should have said right. It already gave you an explanation for the error, and then add Cody game state cursors is down, and update, check to see if the right arrow key is down. Yep, if it is, update game state Cody value by adding Cody's. So what did I do wrong here? This dot adds 5. Yes, I did. I thought I did it right. Yes, I checked to see if the right is down. Alright, we can look at the solution here. Okay, got that right. Oh. Yeah, it's a JavaScript here that I'm doing. Okay, so I'm not going to place anything. If game state, view solution. I added right is down. Function update if game state cursor's right is down. Bracket. Move that to the right. And then closing bracket for function update. That's the way it should work. Okay. Well, let's. I'm not ready to give it. I'm kind of perplexed here. Okay. Cody. Oh. See, look at E. There you go. Gotta have case, gotta have right spelling. And I'm adding 5. Okay, let's just view solution again. My code. Update based on key press, yeah. Okay. Whoa, there you go. Okay, so it's just probably a little caching issue. Oh no, I made Cody go off the screen. Let's fix that. So let's go ahead and change left is down. And then we're going to minus him. Let's run that. I did that, got that. Oh, yeah. See, they're saying, hey, just do the minus. There you go. Oh my goodness, look at that. That's so cool. Now we can make Cody go all over the screen. Now that we've conquered left and right, how do you think you move Cody up and down the screen? For a real challenge, how would you make Cody accelerate in speed? Ooh, that'd be fun. So let's do that. Let's try this. Let's do I'll just copy this code. Okay. So I'm guessing up. We're going to do a minus, and then down we're going to actually do a plus. So there we go. Okay. So now if we do that, oops, something happened. Oh, let's get a closing bracket in there. There we go. Now, so now if we do Oh, look at that. But oh, what I need to do, I need to change this to Y. Right? There we go. So now if I click on run, up, down, left, right, up, down, left, right, up, down, left, right, up, down, up, left, left. Isn't that cool? So now we're getting the foundations of a little centipede, like a pew, 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 pew. So, okay, very cool, awesome. So now, for a real challenge, how would you make Cody accelerate in speed after moving in the same direction? So, for a few frames, what you could do is you could actually, so I'm not going to try to attempt to do it, but you can, in your function update, you could have some sort of counter or accelerator say, hey, was the previous key, a right is down, things like that. So if you want to make it move slow, you can do here. So here, here. So now this moves a little slower, right? What we could do here is we could probably have let's see, config, preload, create, and update. We probably have some sort of way to say, hey, constant game state, and we could say last cursors or last press. If last press is for 3 times, then increase the speed by something. So I think I'll skip that for now. My brain will need some coffee a little bit still. So, oh, sounds. Oh man, this is gonna be a hard one. I don't know if I have sound set up for this. So, or we can have so we had a little yelling at the kids this morning with kids were misbehaving, so apologize for that. So I'm going to skip the sound one because I don't know if I have the sound wired from my keyboard into the stream yet. So I think this would be a good time to take a break. Hopefully you've enjoyed this Code Academy. If you have any questions or anything like that, feel free to check me out on Discord. Connect with me on Discord, and we'll try some more Phaser.js programming in the future. And again, Brian Childers, thank you so much for listening today. Thank you for being a wonderful audience, and hope you have a great day today. Take care.